Standard 7, Chapter 6, Indices. Indices are used to represent large numbers. Here we use the exponents to denote a number which is extremely high. For example, the number of bacteria increasing with a difference of a minute each can be represented by using exponents like 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, for example. So after some time, when there are bacteria increasing on a greater scale, we write it, say the number has doubled, then we write into 2 and so on. Besides the number of bacteria, even the weight or the mass of planets can be written using exponents. Numbers, especially having too many zeros in it, are represented using the exponents in this manner. Mass of Uranus is equal to 8.68 into 10 raised to 25 kg. Here is a number taken, that is 10 lakhs. So this number can be written in product form as 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. So 10 is multiplied 6 times here. So using the exponent form, we can write it as 10 raised to 6, where there are 6 zeros. So therefore exponents, also known as powers, tells us how many times a number should be multiplied by itself. Here we have 10 as the base and 6 as the exponent or the index or the power. Laws of exponents, or we may also call these laws of indices. For any non-zero integer a, b and whole number p, q, we have the following 8 laws. Any number raised to 0 is 1. A number which has the power 1 is the number itself. Number 3 shows the multiplication of indices with the same base. A raised to p into a raised to q will be equal to a raised to p plus q. Next, number 4, division of indices with the same base. If we have a raised to p divided by a raised to q, we write it as a raised to p minus q. Next, a raised to p bracket q. Here in such a case, we are supposed to multiply the two indices, that is p and q. That will give us a raised to p into q. A raised to p into b raised to p will be ab raised to p. A raised to p upon b raised to p will be a upon b, the whole thing bracket raised to p. A raised to minus p is equal to 1 upon a raised to p. These are the 8 laws of indices which we are learning in this chapter. Let's begin with practice set 26. We are asked to complete the table, the base, index, multiplication form and its value. We have already learnt what exactly is a base or what is the index or exponent or power. Write it in multiplication form, multiply the same and find its answer. That will give you the answer for value. Question 2, find the value. All you have to do is simply multiply the numbers and get the answer. Practice set 27. Simplify. It is known that a raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n, where m and n are integers and a is a non-zero rational number. When simplifying, all you have to do is simply add the indices, the numbers in the exponent place. So when you have 7 raised to 4 into 7 raised to 2, it is in fact 7 raised to 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 gives me 6. So 7 raised to 6 is the answer. Similarly, you have to solve the remaining sums. In each place, simply add the exponents. That gives you the answer. Moving on to the next practice set 28. Again, here we are asked to simplify the given expressions. Again, in this case, it is known to us that a raised to m divided by a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n, where m and n are integers and a is a non-zero rational number. Number 1, a raised to 6 divided by a raised to 4 gives me a raised to 6 minus 4, that is equal to a raised to 2, or I can also call it as a square. Similarly, simply subtract the exponents in this case. Here particularly sum number 4, we have x raised to 10 divided by x raised to 10. That gives us x raised to 10 minus 10, that is x raised to 0. Any number raised to 0, the answer is 1. So this is another law of indices that we are using in this sum. A raised to 0 is 1. Question 2, find the value of number 1, minus 7 raised to 12 divided by minus 7 raised to 12. So here again we are dividing. So that makes it minus 7 raised to 12 minus 12 minus 7 raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is 1. So this is how we solve. Practice set 29. Sum number 1. Simplify. It is known that a raised to m raised to n is equal to a raised to m into n, where m and n are integers and a is a non-zero rational number. The numbers in the exponent place, separated by a bracket in between, refers to the numbers being multiplied with each other. So this is 15 upon 12 raised to 3 into 4. 3 into 4 gives me 12. So 15 upon 12 raised to 12 is the answer. In a similar manner, we solve the other examples as well. Sub-question 2. Write the following numbers using a positive index. Here we are going to use the rule of indices, where we convert the negative index into a positive one by writing its reciprocal. So a raised to minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to m, where m is an integer and a is a non-zero rational number. When solving these sums, you have to be very careful whenever you have a fraction specially. So here when I write 2 upon 7 raised to minus 2, using the law of indices, it will be written as 1 upon 2 upon 7 raised to 2. However, when writing the final step, the fraction will reverse its digits of numerator and denominator, and it will be written as 7 upon 2 raised to 2. Similarly, the second sum, 11 upon 3 raised to minus 5, I'll write its reciprocal as 1 upon 11 upon 3 raised to 5. I'm getting rid of the negative sign in this step. And when writing the last step, the digits of the numerator and denominator will be interchanged. I'll have the fraction as 3 upon 11 raised to 5. And so on. Practice set 30. Here we are finding the square root of various numbers. We will be using the prime factorization method. For instance, the first one, 625, when writing its factors, prime factors, I will divide it by 5. 5 125s are 625, 5 25s are 125, 5 5s are 25, and 5 1s are 5. So the number 625, we can write it in the product form as 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. Now this is a number written, 5 is a number which is repeated 4 times here. So when finding the square root of 625, I will write it just once. I'll write the pair just once. So I'll have simply 5 into 5, and that is 25.